So I'm just back from the Jackson Hole Wildlife Film Festival, where I had the unique opportunity to grab Derek Joubert. Derek is a documentary filmmaker and one of my heroes. He's also an explorer in residence with National Geographic. Derek and his wife Beverly are co-founders of the Great Plains Conservation. This is an effort to put aside wildlife habitat for lions in particular, and to date they've got about 1.5 million acres under protection. Derek has made a number of great documentaries and he's a multi-time Emmy winner. One of my favorites is Eye of the Leopard. He also did Relentless Enemies about lions and hyenas, and most recently, The Last Lions. This is of special importance to Derek because he's really concerned about the future of African lions. Let's listen in. What's your focus these days? What's most intriguing to you these days?
Well, you know, everything that we do is based on conservation, and so every film that we do now is on conservation. So whether we're talking to school kids or via the IMAX format, whatever it might be, the actual format itself is irrelevant. It's story for me. And a lot of it is big cats. So when I was born, there were 450,000 lions, and today there are 20,000 lions, and that's a shocking fact in itself. And we're losing them at a rate of about 5 a day. So this is not going to last beyond 10 or 15 years. We are looking down the barrel of extinctions on these things. So I'm doing everything I can to make sure that doesn't happen. And so we're bringing out a film with National Geographic now on young nomadic lions. We're doing a film on elephants as well, but we just brought out a feature film called The Last Lions. And each one ends with a very, very strong call to action. So we're not doing films anymore that are just about enjoying the journey. Ours are all call to action films now.
Fantastic. And it's all about the youth, the next generation, really, in a lot of ways, isn't it?
Well, what's interesting about that is we always thought that. We thought that you speak to the youth and you invest in 20 years' time when they're going to be voting and making these changes. But I'm finding just the opposite. We are speaking to the youth, but the youth are going home and they're speaking to their parents and they're making change now. So that's, it's really a worthwhile investment.
Fantastic. Well, we're recording this right now. It's late September of 2013, and my understanding is that they've just stopped hunting in Botswana.
Last week we stopped all hunting in Botswana. So we haven't been allowed, nobody's been allowed to shoot lions in Botswana for the last 8 years. And then leopards in 2011 were stopped. So this is a natural extension of that, all hunting. And that then covers elephants as well. So we've been shooting more than 100 elephants a year for some time.
You always hear about jobs, a loss of jobs. And I'm sure in the hunting industry there's a lot of complaints about the money that the hunting brings in. But photography replaces that to a very great extent, I would say. But what are the guys that are displaced by this elimination of hunting? Is there anything for them to look at?
Yeah, well, much more than that. So, for instance, hunting brings in, contributes to the GDP of Botswana less than 1%. So that's very, very rapidly replaced. I've done a survey of how if you compare a hunting block to a photographic block, the revenues and the economic value of the photographic tourism to the nation is something like 1,300 times more.
Wow. So photographers actually help by going over there and contributing to the local economy?
Oh, very definitely.
So go, visit. For me, the first time I went to Africa, it felt like I was going home. There was just something spiritual about it, of course. And obviously you've made your way as a filmmaker, and I saw I think it was a big cat compilation show that ran sometime in the past, and every now and then the cutaways to you in the vehicle watching it was fascinating for me to see the evolution of the cameras. What are you working with these days?
Well, for filming, I'm using Red Phantom, just about anything, to be honest.
Sure.
I'm also using some of the smaller Canons. If I need to get into a tight spot and I can quickly grab the normal stills camera, EOS 1C, I think I'm using at the moment, and an X, and I can grab that and I can get in. There was an occasion the other day, a big herd of elephants was coming, and we came around, big herd of elephants coming down an elephant path. I wanted a low angle shot. I looked down at the Red camera and I went, this is going to take me 5-10 minutes to get set up. I don't have that time. And I grabbed the stills camera, in essence, the 1DX, I think it was, jumped down on the ground with a wide angle, and the elephants all came past me. I got that shot, and it's a very, very good image. And I think that what I do is I buy good lenses, and then as technologies change, I just throw away the camera body.
Yeah. Bodies come and go, but that glass is really great. I'm with you on that. And data storage, you must just get a ton of data now. Is it overwhelming?
It is overwhelming, actually. And so in the past, what we used to do is go out there and film 5-minute rolls of film on 35. Go in a black bag, change that film, get it out. But once that process was over, that was my job done. So I would then sometimes bury these cans to keep them cool, but dig them out, ship them off to London, get them processed there or here in New York. But that was it. Now,
Another job.
go out for the whole day, exactly. Shoot and get stuck in the swamp, get mosquito bitten by snakes and charged by elephants and so on, get back to camp, and then start working.
Start the job.
Yeah. So then I've got to download onto hard drives. And I tell you, if these hard drives fail, because what I'm doing is I'm taking the original media on some sort of card format, taking that out, downloading it onto these drives, backing it up onto another drive, and then, scarily, taking that original card and deleting it.
Well, it's nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking. Well, today's world, it gives us so many opportunities to get the images out there. Guys like you are who we aspire to be. Thanks so much for spending the time with us. And I look forward to talking to Beverly. I want to find out what she thinks these days about the still cameras and what's going on.
We'll see you in Africa.
Thanks again, brother.
Okay.